The modern consumer researches every purchase, optimizes their diet, and fiercely guards their independence. Yet they aggressively defend total reliance on a single corporate monopoly. Switching friction is the term for this dependency. It is the carefully engineered financial and psychological pain a user experiences the moment they try to take their digital life somewhere else. This data visualization calculates the true price of that friction. Beyond replacing hardware, adding the loss of paid iOS apps, stranded media, and migrating recurring subscriptions means a deeply entrenched user faces a cumulative exit penalty exceeding $10,000. The strategy relies on cognitive load reduction. Features like the universal clipboard, which lets you copy text on an iPhone and paste it instantly on a Mac, neurologically wire you to expect zero-effort interactions. Apple monetizes the active elimination of digital friction. This process establishes a standard of convenience that makes the rest of the technological world feel functionally broken. This grip extends into human social dynamics. Today, 88% of teenagers in the United States communicate exclusively through iPhones. Apple enforces this dominance through the color of a text message. Adding a non-iPhone user to a group chat turns the interface green, degrading the conversation by breaking high-resolution media sharing, reliable read receipts, and typing indicators. This functional sabotage carries severe weight. Research indicates that if the green bubble stigma were removed, the rate of users willing to switch to Android would increase by over 7%. Then there is ecosystem anxiety. Hardware accessories like the Apple Watch or AirPods lose their core functionality the moment they pair with a competing device. Apple engineered a strict functional hierarchy that weaponizes the natural human fear of exclusion. By making non-interoperability a social burden, they ensure hardware retention. This seamless environment is the result of a methodical 25-year construction project. The strategy began in 2001 with the iPod. This foundational content trap tied portable hardware directly to a proprietary desktop software library. 2007 brought the iPhone, and a year later, the App Store. Apple had established a global software platform that now facilitates over $1 trillion in annual commerce. In 2011, iCloud shifted personal data off physical hard drives and into Apple servers. Photos, messages, and backups became a massive invisible anchor tying users to the platform. By 2019, the company prioritized its services division. Bundles like Apple Music, TV Plus, and Arcade transitioned the ecosystem from a series of hardware sales into a model of monthly rent. This cyclical flowchart maps the flywheel of continuity. The iPhone connects to AirPods, syncing to the Mac, backed up by iCloud. Each purchase deepens reliance. Upgrading a single device outside this chain introduces friction. Passwords don't sync, photos don't transfer, and ecosystem conveniences vanish. Apple engineers asymmetric switching costs. They make onboarding effortless while ensuring that emigration is logistically exhausting. Recently, the company extended this lockdown to the microscopic level. Designing their own M-series silicon achieves extreme efficiency and reduces application crashes, further distancing the hardware from its rivals. This diagram compares Apple's vertical integration against the wider market. While Apple controls one unified stack of silicon and software, Android developers must navigate a landscape of over 24,000 different device configurations. Apple is now leveraging this architectural control for the 2026 rollout of Apple Intelligence, which relies on a network of dedicated private cloud compute servers. By processing AI directly on device or through secure proprietary servers, the company gates its most advanced software tools behind premium hardware upgrades. Apple Intelligence represents a new layer of hardware lock-in. By positioning privacy as a luxury provided only by its latest chips, the company secures absolute hardware dependency. As global smartphone markets reached saturation, Apple pivoted. The company began operating like a national utility rather than a traditional hardware manufacturer. Apple's physical hardware yields a gross margin around 40%, but the services division generates margins exceeding 70%. The objective is to maximize subscriptions, extracting over $260 in average revenue per user every year through digital rent. Apple defends these margins with intensity. During the antitrust battles with Epic Games over the App Store's 30% commission, Apple responded to court orders by implementing a retaliatory 27% fee on external payment links. The company treats the App Store as sovereign digital territory. They fight for these margins because the platform has become the most valuable real estate in the company's empire. That sovereignty faces external pressure. The United States Department of Justice launched a sweeping antitrust lawsuit targeting the core mechanisms of Apple's walled garden. Simultaneously, the European Union's Digital Markets Act forced Apple to open operational side doors, mandating allowances for sideloading and alternative app marketplaces. Despite these global regulatory interventions, Apple maintains a 92% user retention rate. Across 20 years of hardware purchases, 30% app taxes, and continuous monthly services, the lifetime financial value of a single user reaches into the tens of thousands of dollars. Governments may succeed in forcing the doors open, but Apple has engineered an environment so attuned to human convenience and social belonging that almost no one actually wants to leave.